I am a reluctant salesman at this point
Because you own a business.
because I'm self-employed, so I have to sell what I know. And after when I'm dealing with a client, I'm actually writing a proposal right now for a major deal. When I'm dealing with a potential client, eventually after all the pleasantries and all the discussion, I will ask the following question. I will ask them, what is the problem statement? What problem do you have? And then as I assess, the details of the problem statement, then I will go and reach back into my toolbox and see if I have something that they can use to repair their situation, and then that's kind of the fit assessment, and then from there we continue. But until I know what is their problem statement, there's very little I can do. I mean, because I'm not going to talk about my toolkit until I understand their problem, and that's how I begin a sales conversation.
I love that, but I want to push you a little bit.
Okay.
In your opinion, when you look at an HR department, right, is there a benchmark, or are there things that you look for to tell you that it's operating effectively or not?
Yeah, I mean, I can take a look, and through connections and networking and so forth, I can assess their situation before I go in. I do as much research as possible before I sit down. But once they start talking, I will immediately, because that's what I do, I will immediately see when there are gaps in their situation, and then I will see if I have a tool or a process.
Can you stand up? You're going to help me make a great point here. Okay, what you're talking about is solution selling. It's the second most effective way to sell.
The first already.
You missed the first, okay, but you're going to have it right now, okay? So, and Dave, we talked about this yesterday. So the reality is, great solution salespeople will say, I'll diagnose it, I'll ask them, and then I'll align the solution, okay? The next step up, that top 6%, what they'll say is, when I look at HR departments in manufacturing organizations like yours, here's how I know they're operating effectively. They recruit like this, they implement this type of policy, they're able to do these things, and this is what they're at. You set a benchmark, and you say, how would you rank your organization? Do you feel like you're in there or not?
Interesting.
What does that do for you?
Absolutely, yeah. It's a totally different approach, yeah.
That's the whole idea between what we call the Miller-Heiman sales model and challenger sale. The objective is, you as the practitioner, you are the value proposition. You as the practitioner sets what we call the benchmark to measure against.